Welcome back to another video. We are in the Sunshine Cup here, and today we're going to be featuring a different team, starting with Abomasnow, Gligar, and Swampert. So in a way, you can think of it as an ABB team, kind of scaring away and protecting against the fire weakness. We switch into the Gligar, they switch into the Abomasnow. Looks like they are going to be able to get this weather ball off. So we decided to let it go. No big deal. We're going to try our best to farm down. No, not farm down, but get some energy advantage with the Abomasnow. Ends up being probably a weather ball here, and we're just going to tank it. We're making sure we're throwing right before they get to a move. Here, it does finally KO, and then we finally switch out into our own Swampert, but we are met with a superior. So unfortunately for us, couldn't find any fire types, and we just got hard countered. Not much we could have done differently here. This is a situation where Sludge Wave would have done a little bit better on the Swampert, but we didn't have it. We didn't know about it until afterwards. So unfortunately for us, that is GG. So on to the next one. We're going to try to fish out some fire types, because as you may know, Abomasnow is double weak to fire, and we kind of have two things good against fire types. So there it is. Unfortunately, it is in the front, so we're going to immediately switch on to Gligar. Our opponent ends up switching to a Dumpluff there. This is a really good situation for us because the Gligar is only being countered by a part grass type. So that's how you know their entire team is probably weak to this Gligar. And not only do we have to win the switch, but we have to come out with a ton of energy, I think. So initially we did shield the energy ball, which was fantastic. We tanked the second one. There's the catch. They tried to catch a move right there, but we were ready for it. This Heatmore ends up showing Power Up Punch, and they know it's GG's because we can gain a bunch of energy and take it out relatively easy. So that's the matchup we want to see. Let's see if we can fish out any more fire types. I don't have no idea what they have in the back, but apparently they didn't really like the Gligar. So here, fantastic lead. They switch into the Abomasnow. That is not great for us. Clearly, Abomasnow really good against the Gligar we have, and pretty decent against the Swampert we have. So we're going to stay in. We know that we possibly can take down the Gligar in the front with our Swampert or even Gligar. So we're just going to stay in. Lucky for us, we do get a shield, and even though we have to come in with our Gligar, we are going to one shield and try to farm it down. So that's exactly what happens right there. They actually revealed that they have a normal type. What is this? Vigoroth? It is the Vigoroth. So right now we have pretty good alignment. We have the Gligar against their Vigoroth, and then we potentially have our Swampert versus their Gligar. They decide to switch. Unfortunately, we can't switch out until now, but we do get off a aerial ace to do some chip damage. Here we're going to go for the Hydro Cannon here. This Hydro Cannon would have done some huge damage. So we get the last shield. Our opponent ends up throwing the aerial ace. Doesn't quite KO. And we're going to see how much damage this Hydro Cannon can do. It looks like they lagged. They quit. Either way, that was GG's right there, because Swampert does outpace the Gligar. Yep, and that is GG's. Lucky for us, we did have the heads up play on staying in versus the Mirror Abomasnow. Mainly because we kind of had no choice. The Abomasnow switching was really good. So sometimes you just have to stay in and just hope your backline just overwhelms the rest. Next game here, we're going to be facing the Shadow Steelix. We're just going to switch out to see if they have any if they have any like flyers or anything. So here we're going to go for the bait because they decided to stay in. Okay. So we do get the first shield, which is fantastic. Now we're debating whether to shield this or not. We do survive it, so we're pretty much telling them this is the dig. Because there's no way we're going to be able to get to another move. But they know not to shield it. Because we already debuffed. So this is interesting. They didn't switch out when we got the Gligar, so we know they don't have a Abomasnow. So we're going to come in with our own Abomasnow here, and let's see if we can throw this move. This Weather Ball, I don't know if it's going to KO. It does KO, so that's great. So they... Oh, what a weird team. Vigoroth and Tangrowth in the back. Our only hope here is to whittle this Tangrowth down as much as possible and try to farm down with our Abomasnow. And that's exactly the play we're going for. We're going to shield this, obviously. They might be able to get to another rock site. No. And now it's just going to be a matter of... Can we get to possibly 3 Weather Balls? No, they have a shield, so this is GG's, unfortunately. Just no fire types to be found on this team. Just kind of wrecked our chances of winning that game right there. Heads up play by them for just staying in. But I guess, yeah, their entire team was relatively weak to the Gligar, so it was actually beneficial for them to get rid of that Gligar. So next game here, we do see the Flyer. This is great because we are able to get to this Weather Ball first. But now we have a decision to make because they're probably going to shield exactly. What do we think? Is this going to be the bait or is this going to be Brave Bird? We called the bait, ends up being the Feather Dance. We're going to throw in another Weather Ball here right before they get to another move. They decided to let it go and they just go for a full farm down. And now here, we're going to shield. We think it's Brave Bird. Let's see if it is. Feather Dance bait, unfortunate. But we are able to farm it down, so we don't even have to worry about that. Then we immediately switch out into our Swampert, and we try to build up to a potential Sludge Wave. Our opponent ends up throwing the Weather Ball bait. And here, we're basically just trying to get a shield. We do get a shield, which is great. And then now here, we go for the extra fast move. We have to shield this, obviously. This Arrow Ace, let's see if it ends up taking out a Shadow Abomasnow. Doesn't quite take it out, but we're looking for the farm down. And we do have a chance. Are we able to get to maybe an Arrow Ace and a Dig? So far, we have to tank this Body Slam here. Are we going to be able to get to a Dig? Will this be enough? Let's find out. It'd be close. Maybe it was Shadow? No. Unfortunate. We are not able to take care of that backline. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.